Yes, welcome back. Here I am going to explain some more basic concepts of vectors. Okay, so mainly what are the basic definitions like divergence of a vector, curl of a vector, what is directional derivative. So these are some basic definitions. Let us discuss in this video. Okay, let's once revise. In my previous videos I explained what are vectors and scalar. Okay, definition of scalar and vector, and with several examples, and how to add and subtract and how to multiply the vectors we seen in previous examples. Now let us revise quickly. The definition of scalar is physical quantity which has magnitude only is called as a scalar. Example: speed, temperature, volume. Then vector definition: a physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction is called as vector. Example: velocity, force, gravity, etc. Notation you can use. So vector is always denoted by the symbol capital F bar. You can give any capital letters for the notation. Here I chosen capital F arrow mark upon arrow mark. So in most of the textbooks they are using this type of notation, arrow mark, capital F arrow mark, or you can also use F bar or bold letter. Okay, all the three notations are useful to denote the vectors. Now operations on vectors we seen in previous videos: addition of vectors, subtraction of vectors, multiplication of vectors. So multiplication having two ways: one is dot product of vectors and cross product of vectors. Let's see what is the vector point function. The definition is: let capital F bar be a vector point function of a single variable t, and I cap, j cap, k cap are the unit vectors and mutually perpendicular. Then capital F bar equals to capital F1 of t into I cap plus F2 of t into j cap plus F3 of t into k cap, where F1 of t, F2 of t and F3 of t are real valued functions. Means we are expressing vectors in this way. Capital F bar means it contains ith component, jth component and kth component. So here F1, F2, F3 are the functions of t. That's it. Okay. Then let's mainly focus on vector differentiation. Main thing when we are entering to the concept of vector calculus, two things we can do with the vectors. That is, two concepts are very important here. One is vector differentiation and vector integration. Okay, here both are very important in view of examinations. So in most of the universities are incorporated this syllabus. Okay, so mainly now I am going to explain what is vector differentiation. So for that we are going with the very basic operator here. You can see on screen del operator, or it is also known as differential operator. A vector differentiable operator is denoted by the symbol. So this symbol is known as del. Okay, so and it is expressed as del equals to I into dou by dou x plus j into dou by dou y plus k into dou by dou z. So this is dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z is nothing but partial derivatives, because here it contains three independent variables x, y, z. Therefore it comes under partial derivatives, partial differential equations. Okay, then easily you can understand here it contains three-dimensional thing, because it contains ith component, jth component, kth component. We are going to define this del operator in case of a three-dimensional axis. Okay, x axis, y axis and z axis accordingly. So this is very important notation. Read this notation is read as del. Okay, so del is nothing but, always you remember this definition: I into dou by dou x plus j into dou by dou y plus k into dou by dou z. So in this entire vector calculus, we are using this notation repeatedly. Okay, this is known as differentiable operator. Okay, so it is helpful for differentiation. That's it. Then the next definition is gradient of a scalar function. So gradient of a scalar function, shortly it is known as grad phi, grad, grad phi, and the symbol is del phi. You see here the symbol of grad phi is del phi. Sometimes in the examination for 2 marks they will ask find, they are giving some scalar function phi, so they are asking to find grad phi value. Directly they are asking, sometimes they are giving symbol find del phi. Del phi means you need to understand they are asking gradient of a scalar function or grad phi value. Let's see the definition. If phi of x, y, z be a scalar point function of 3 variables defined in the region, then the gradient of phi is denoted by grad phi or del phi. Both are the notations are useful, which is defined as del phi equals to I into, just you are multiplying the function phi here with the del operator, then you are getting I into dou phi by dou x plus j into dou phi by dou y plus k into dou phi by dou z is the definition of grad phi. Okay, then note gradient of a scalar function is a vector. So gradient of a scalar function is a vector, that is multiplication of a differential variable, that is multiplication of this del operator and the scalar point function phi always gives a vector point function or a vector. Okay. Next we shall see definition of directional derivative. So it is dd. The directional derivative is a rate at which function changes that point in the direction. The directional derivative of a scalar point function phi in the direction of E is, so here E cap represents a unit vector. Then the definition of a directional derivative is del phi dot E, or you can also use grad phi dot E. So in proper notation here you are writing the directional derivative d phi by ds, derivative of phi with respect to the surface S equals to del phi dot E is the definition of directional derivative. So you please remember this definition of directional derivative. So it is very useful to find to solve some example. Directly in exams they will ask find the directional derivative for the given data. Okay, so let's see in next videos how to find directional derivative. So for that you please remember this definition. So d phi by ds equals to del phi dot E. So here E represents the unit vector, and E we can define to find E value we can use this E equals to vector E divided by modulus of E. Okay, modulus is nothing but magnitude of vector E, gives the unit vector value E. Then note 1, if capital F equals to xi plus yj plus zk, then modulus of f, that is magnitude of f we are finding with the formula x square plus y square plus z square. I already explained this in previous video. Second note, by using the theorem of dot product of vectors we can find the angle between two vectors. The formula is cos theta equals to a dot b divided by modulus of a into modulus of b. Then one more definition, divergence of a vector. So divergence of a vector is denoted by del dot f bar. So here f bar represents vector point function. You are taking dot product in between differential operator del and the vector point function f. That's it. Okay, let's see the definition. Let capital F bar equals to f1i plus f2j plus f3k be any continuously differentiable vector point function, then divergence of a vector is denoted by div of a. Okay, that is divergence of A. You can also use the symbol del dot F bar and divergence of F bar. So in most of the cases we are using this symbol del dot F bar. Let's see how to express this. Del dot F bar equals to, del means you know the notation, I into dou by dou x plus j into dou by dou y plus k into dou by dou z, dot your F bar is f1i plus f2j plus f3k is the given vector. If you find dot product between these two, so you just multiply ith components, that is dou by dou x into f1 gives dou f1 by dou x plus dou by dou y into f2 gives dou f2 by dou y plus dou by dou z into f3 gives dou f3 by dou z. Therefore, the definition of divergence of f is del dot f equals to dou f1 by dou x plus dou f2 by dou y plus dou f3 by dou z. Here you go with the note. If f bar is any vector point function, then divergence of f is always a scalar point function. You remember. So when you are finding dot product, so you just remember the concept of dot product. Dot product of two vectors gives a scalar, that is nothing but a number. Here also the divergence of the vector gives a scalar point function, means here also we are getting some numbers. So okay, then note the divergence of a constant vector is 0. Constant vector is 0. Okay. Next we are going with the definition of solenoidal. Okay, solenoidal vector definition is a vector point function f bar is said to be solenoidal if divergence of f equals to 0. That is, the dot product of differential operator and the vector f is equals to 0, then it is known as solenoidal, and it is also known as conservation of mass. Okay, just you remember the definition of divergence. Divergence definition, del dot f equals to, you are getting I that is dou f1 by dou x plus dou f2 by dou y plus dou f3 by dou z. If the dot product between dot product of del dot f equals to 0, then it is the definition of solenoidal. Okay, then note f bar is solenoidal if and only if divergence of f equals to 0. And one more very good definition is curl of a vector. Curl of a vector notation is del cross f. Divergence of f is denoted by del dot f, but here the curl of a vector is denoted by del cross f. Let f bar equals to f1i plus f2j plus f3k be any continuously differentiable vector point function, then curl of a vector is denoted by curl f. Okay, we can use this notation, otherwise del cross f. Okay, and it is denoted by del cross f equals to differential operator, you are writing one time, cross f means vector point function f1i plus f2j plus f3k. Then you know that we discussed curl of a function we are writing in terms of determinant. So determinant first row contains the components I, j, k, second row contains the differential operators dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z, and the third row contains the functions, that is f1, f2, f3. Then if you find its determinant value, I into dou f3 by dou y minus dou f2 by dou z minus j into dou f3 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou z plus k into dou f2 by dou x minus dou f1 by dou y. Here it means when you are finding a curl of a vector, so curl of a vector again gives a new vector. Divergence of a vector gives a scalar quantity, that is a number, but here in case of curl of a vector gives again a vector. That is the concept here. That is del dot f equals to 0. If the dot product of differential operator and f equals to 0, then it becomes the definition of solenoidal. Similarly, here when del cross f value is equals to 0, then it is the definition of irrotational vector. You can see here the definition of irrotational vector. A vector f is said to be irrotational vector if curl of f equals to 0 or del cross f equals to 0. Okay. Then one more last definition we need to understand, scalar potential. So sometimes in few cases they are asking find the scalar potential for the given data. So scalar potential is nothing but we are going to find the phi value. Okay, so to find phi value we are using this expression f bar equals to del phi, that is f bar equals to gradient of function phi. So if f is irrotational, then always there exists a scalar function phi such that f equals to del phi. So how to find scalar potential phi value, I will explain in detail in next upcoming classes. So let us recall once shortly whatever the concept we discussed in this class. So you please remember these notations. Vector point function is always denoted by capital F bar equals to f1 of t into I plus f2 of t into j plus f3 of t into k. Then next, del operator or differential operator is denoted by del equals to the notation I into dou by dou x plus j into dou by dou y plus k into dou by dou z. Then gradient definition is del phi equals to, and one more thing, you please notice the difference between divergence of a vector and gradient of a vector. You don't confuse. Gradient of a vector is simply denoted by del phi, but the divergence of a vector is denoted by del dot f. We are using dot in between the differential operator and the vector point function, but here we are writing simply del phi. Okay, phi here, phi indicates scalar point function, product of del into phi. Okay, then the gradient definition is del phi equals to I into dou phi by dou x plus j into dou phi by dou y plus k into dou phi by dou z. Then directional derivative formula d phi by ds equals to del phi dot e cap, where e cap is the unit vector. Del phi is nothing but your grad phi. Next, magnitude. So magnitude of any vector we are calculating by use of this formula, square root of x square plus y square plus z square. Next, to find the angle between two vectors we are using formula cos theta equals to a dot b divided by modulus of a into modulus of b. Next, you can see here divergence definition, del dot. So dot is very important here. Del dot f bar equals to dou f1 by dou x plus dou f2 by dou y plus dou f3 by dou z. Next, solenoidal, if same expression del dot f, if the result is 0, then it is the definition of solenoidal. Then you go with the curl definition. Curl is denoted by del cross f equals to, we are writing in the form of determinant ijk dou by dou x dou by dou y dou by dou z, and the last row contains the functions f1, f2, f3. Then the irrotational vector definition. Irrotational means if the curl of f is equals to 0, then it is the definition of irrotation. Then scalar potential. Scalar potential means you remember the notation f bar equals to del into phi. Okay, so you please come up with these all notations, so that in next class I'll explain simple examples how to find divergence of some vector or curl of a vector, directional derivative. So I will solve few problems related to these definitions. So please come up with these definitions. Okay, so thank you for watching the video.